Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. This is this blooming room, and this is Coach Chinyere, your relationship coach, your life coach. We are going to be looking through the more this Osinachi story goes, the nastier it becomes. Like it is becoming nastier and very untidy and very disgusting, to be honest. Now let's start from the beginning. How exactly did Osinachi meet this young man, old man? Called Peter. This is Amarachi, her twin sister. Yeah, she's Amarachi Eze. This is her twin sister. Let's listen in to what she has to say.
Peter Nwachukwu afa mba Amarachi Grace Eze ejima mba Osinachi Nwachukwu Peter Nwachukwu bụ ihe na anụ ya.
Peter, I'm going to have to translate because she's speaking Igbo. So she's saying that she went for a program called Glorious Singers Program in Abuja. That's where Peter ran into Osinachi and felt enamored by her, whether by her or her gift, heaven only knows. And the way Peter came after my sister, it was as if they sent him personally, targeted her. As if he was sent to target her to destroy her, but God refused. After he had seen I am a sister, he took my number and kept calling. Osinachi refused. She refused to have anything to do with Peter. She refused to have that she was going to marry or have anything to do with him. She stubbornly refused, to be honest, but Peter kept pressing, and asking her to intervene and plead with her sister. And then she says, no, it has nothing to do with me. It's my sister who has to accept or refuse your offer. And she said, I don't understand this man, the way he's going after his approach towards you. But it's up to you, it's up to you to decide what you want. And then she felt that it wasn't going anywhere. The next thing they knew, out of nowhere, they heard they were getting married. There was no relationship, nothing of the sort. And that's it. Nothing. The next thing, it was marriage. They were going to get married. And he just pursued her. Yeah. Okay, so this is how they met. Now, we talked about love bombing in one of our videos about love bombing denies you the ability to do your due diligence. It denies you the ability to study whoever it is as wants access into your life and to separate fact from fiction. So it's one of the traits of an emotional manipulator. But let's not get ahead of ourselves because there's so many teaching points. I can't even, So there was actually, after they got married, it was tumultuous. He literally separated her from her family, even her own twin sister. When her brother died, he refused for Osinachi to go for the burial. They didn't go for the burial at all. And there was actually an initial separation. There was a time where Osinachi left her home and went back to her parents' house. Now for this, let's listen into her mother, who will tell us a little bit more about how things played out. Okay? So after she gave birth to this, at this time, Osinachi had two kids. There was one who was 2 years old and another one who was 3 months. And she reached out to her mother and said, Mom, you got to come. I'm suffering. My husband is putting me through so much stress. And I'm hungry. I'm not being well taken care of. And when she talked to the husband threatened that if Osinachi refuses to leave her home, his home, alive, that she's going to live in a body bag. And then she was really worried. And she asked her first daughter, Favor, to please go and help her get Osinachi back. She doesn't like that statement of if Osinachi doesn't leave her life, she's going to live in a body bag. After that was said, Osinachi Favor agreed to go to Abuja to go and fetch Osinachi back home.
Not 2 years.
And when she came home with the two little ones, they stayed with the family for about 1 year and 3 months before Peter now finally came asking for his wife back. But she didn't want to release her because she said, look, you threatened me that my daughter, if she doesn't leave her life, she's going to live in a body bag. So I'm not releasing her. She's not going to go back to you. Unfortunately, Osinachis was the one who opened her mouth to say, Mom, God says, what God has joined together, no man should put asunder. The famous one, huh? That she's going to go back to her husband's house. The mom said, no, don't go back. You can marry somebody else. You don't have to go back. She says, no, I'm married. Exchange my marital vows. I cannot be separated. I'm going to go back. And from what Favor said, because I'm not going to play that, it's quite a long, lengthy interview. From what Favor said there was a pastor called Pastor Tony who came with 2-3 people who came with Peter, and one of them was Pastor Tony, who they said has left Dominion International at the moment, but at that time he was the pastor who came to plead with. Now, those who go around pleading with people who had run away from dangerous situations and begging them to go back to those situations, if anything happens, you are culpable. You are culpable. Because when you come, Bible says do not make sure tea for anyone. How can you come and say go back, something has changed? What is the guarantee that that person is going to be safe? What are the measures that have been put in place? How are you sure? So this Tony, if you ask me, was culpable. Because if Peter had not done the necessary work to heal and to repent and to become a better person, he was in the wrong to come with this guy to vouch for him and say, give me my wife back. Anyway, let's carry on. So when people keep saying, oh, Pastor Paul and Nature did not know about this, this is what Mom has to say about that, because she made a statement here that was quite important about Paul and Nature's wife. Okay, there was this time she was ill. All right, she was ill. Osinachis had asked for the mom to come to Abuja so that she can receive medical attention. But Peter said, your mom's not coming to this house. And so Osinachis approached Pastor Paul's wife to plead on her behalf. And she did. And Pastor Paul's wife called Peter and pleaded on the wife's behalf that he should let the mom come over and stay. That's when Peter finally acceded and allowed the mom to come stay in their house. But he only allowed her to stay for 1 month, she and the younger brother, before he kicked them out. Okay? So it's amazing. So if she knew, because if somebody comes to you and says, my husband doesn't want my mother to come stay at home, are you telling me that she did not tell the woman the extent of challenges that she has? Are you telling me that Paul and Nature's wife did not tell Daddy in the Lord the situation and the circumstance that happened? Doesn't make any sense, really. Okay, give the benefit of the doubt. All right, so now fast forward. Let's look at when Osinachis took ill, became sick, and was in a hospital. And the Marachi, again, we're going to go back to Marachi's clip, said she had visited and tried to see the sister in the hospital and expressed heartbreak at the treatment that she got from Paul, how he refused for her to see her sister and sent her away. Okay, let's hear from Amarachi. So my husband decided, that's enough. You're going to go see your sister. He booked a flight for her. He booked her a flight. Take your night flight. Go see your sister. Immediately she got to Abuja that day. She went straight to the hospital, and the husband put off a strong resistance. And she tried to apologize, tried to sweet talk him, tried to apologize, placate him, whatever it would have taken for her to just allow her to spend some time with her sister. Forgive. He said, no, you think you guys are gonna take my life? You don't know I'm a strong man. Your family, you want to control me, you want to put me under the armpit. You think you guys can just talk to me and treat me anyhow? You're not going in there to see your sister. And she kept saying, please, whatever it is, just forgive. Just forgive. Just forgive. Until when she said, Oga, and he said, get out. said, get out of here. Get out of this place. Get out of this place. You and your younger brother. I want you guys out of here. That somebody called Prince Ukachukwu was on his way. And I don't want him to meet you guys here. So, but I didn't come here for Prince. I came here for my sister. When he comes, I can leave. He said, no. So I don't even want to see you. Then the sister Osinachis on a sick bed was pleading, let them stay. The prince is not here yet. If he comes, they can always leave. He was just screaming at her, shouting at her, who are you to tell me what to do? Are you the one who's going to tell me what to do? When I talk, you change what I say. And then she changed and she started to beg. Osinachis was just too soft. She said she was sorry, pleaded. Peter was adamant that they would have to leave. She refused. She wanted to be stubborn. That I came from Enugu to see my sister. What is it that I've done to you that you cannot let me see my sister? What is it that I've done? He said, that's it. I've said what I have to say. That's it. You're not going to remain here. And Osinachis accepted and said, well, okay. And then Osinachis broke into tears, gripping her chest and saying, you are breaking my heart. My sister, the daughter of Madu. My sister is so gentle like my father. I'm the one who's stubborn, but my sister is really gentle. If the thing is too much for her, she will start to cry. And she said, you're breaking my heart. She wailed, her chest was crying and biting her lip, screaming, Peter, you are breaking her heart. You are breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart. And that was the last she heard and saw her sister. And according to BBC, they reached out to Peter for his own side because that's a proper thing to do. But he hasn't shown that he has read the messages and he hasn't responded yet. Okay. Oh, I have to go on because I really want to get all of this out there to you guys. So now there was something Favor said about how Peter handled Osinachis' finances, which I think is also a very important part of the story. So let's see here what Osinachis said about how Peter handled her finances. Okay, because there was even an attack when she said Peter threw a mop at the sister and how he would be nasty towards her. Let me see if I can just show you that very quickly. Okay, let me see. Yeah. She said this word so many times that Peter is breaking her heart. She said one time Peter used a mop stick and hit her. Now he flogged her with a mop stick. Peter was just beating up my sister, and Osinachis, my sister, will be hiding. Only once. But the last one he did that was really nasty when she had her last baby. That's the baby girl. He sent her out of the house while that kid was small. And it was really cold outside. It was a boy that gave her a cloth with which she wrapped herself and the child to keep them warm from the cold. Osinachis would not say anything because she knows that if she tells me the actual truth and the full extent of what she was going through, that I was going to tell my mother, and my mother would not want her to remain in that relationship. Now let's look at the financial part, okay? That Peter took money for her. Peter doesn't have anything that he's doing. Not doing anything. But Osinachis, he's the one that controls Osinachis where to go to. Osinachis would have gone far. But Peter suppressed my brother. He tells her where to go. If he says where permits her to go, that's where she goes. Before he gets back, they've paid him already. But my sister will keep begging for money. Meanwhile, she's already been paid for shows that she goes for, but the husband will refuse for her to refuse to give her the money. Now, this statement was also corroborated by another pastor. And I'm going to play this pastor's clip to you just to hear what this pastor said about Osinachis' husband. Okay?
Listen, some of you don't know what you have until you lose it. The way the man was discussing money, I told him, Pastor, I can't be in this kind of smelly thing. Pastor, please talk to the man. Ew. How much did you pay Choma Jesus that came? No, you have to bring it 2 million. The way he was mentioning money, a spiritual thing. Can you buy it with money? But you see, the way the man discusses money will make you even hate the woman's gift. But the woman carries something that is too deep that you cannot ignore. Can't ignore. A force to be reckoned with. After they had negotiated, Pastor Roy have paid fully. The woman came, minister, and left. The evening after she left, she called me, said, Sir, did you send any love offering? We sent it 1 month before she came, but he didn't tell the woman.
You see that? 1 month before she came for the program, 2 million had already been paid out in full. He didn't tell his wife about that. She had to call the church back to say, please, did you guys give me anything for that program? And they said, we already paid you before you came for the program. Okay? All right. So let's, oh God. Oh God. Oh, maybe not be married to our enemies. So this is something the Sun said. This is an article by Nigerian News. Yeah, this is an article by Nigerian News after the visit of some government executives to their house on the 12th of April. That's yesterday. Okay, they say in a chat with media personality and where the firstborn shared how their father turned them against their mother. He said, one time my dad pushed my mom out of the car at night after Wednesday service and bad boys snatched my mom's bag. How mom went home that night, we can't tell because dad left her. People dashed my mom 2 cars, pointing at the cars outside, where dad at times would say my mom should take bike while we go in the car. Even when we are coming back from church, my mom will stand under the sun and we'll have to drive past her. My dad told us that beating women is good. My mom always kept quiet for my daddy and she always forgave. Now she's gone. But we are happy that dad has been arrested because he shouts at us and he beats us too. Now, to add salt upon injury, it was now said that this man, this is Vanguard News of yesterday. Osinachis' husband has secret wife. Oh my God. According to the Vanguard, Nwachukwu is believed to have wedded the woman with whom he shares a romantic relationship in a church, but hid the union from Osinachi and her family. Now, looking at this picture, you would see that that looks like somebody who's in the priesthood. So perhaps they had married in a Catholic church. Now, how he pulled this one off, I have no idea. The romance, which began before Nwachukwu sought the hand of late gospel artist, his marriage, is believed to have gone south after the woman bore a child for him. There seems to be something about when a woman gives birth to his child, he just starts to maltreat them. Because Osinachi's sister said the same thing too about whenever he would have kids. Like they just seem to have issues. Now, these facts came to the fore when one of the children of the deceased gospel star found an old photo album hidden in his father's room. He said, one day my father was away and forgot to lock his room. So I entered. A voice told me, explore the room. I saw the album, opened it. I saw daddy's old photographs and I could see that my daddy lived a wayward life. So I closed the album. I kept it where daddy hid it. I couldn't tell mommy or anyone else because I was afraid that daddy would take my life. And if he found out that I knew about the photos. Mommy also once tried to search for things like this in daddy's room, but could not find anything. So it seemed that there was a 10-year gap between when he was married to this woman and when he had married Osinachi. Look, ladies, if you ask me, there's one person who is the winner in all of this. You know who that person is? The first wife. She probably is still alive today. Staying the heck away from this man was probably one of the best decisions that she ever took. I will not be able to really dissect. We're just trying to keep afloat and to keep track of all of the moving parts of the story. We will have plenty of time to really dissect it later. Please, the saying I always have, don't be in bed with the enemy. Be careful. Be careful. God bless you.